Welcome to the 1804 Show, Chapter 2, Code 554. Just wanted to say thank y'all for supporting me. Appreciate you guys. But yeah, we got a special guest coming by the name of Miss Tahlia Prince, and we finna have a good time. We finna talk about some real shit, finna laugh, finna joke, but also we finna get deep. Yeah. So we finna have a good time and chop it up. This is her first time on the show, and we just finna rock it. Okay, I'm gonna come on live. Let me do me. Let me do me. Hey. Oh, there we go. Hey, that never happens. Yeah, like it's crazy because every time when I do this, it's always connection problems. It's
Oh,
always
okay.
some hateration. But yeah, but yeah, tonight it's cool. What's
Nice.
going on?
Oh, nothing. Long work day. Relaxing. Glad it's Friday.
Oh, yeah, me too. Like, oh man, it's been a long week. Even
Yeah.
though I haven't, yeah, because even though I haven't worked like that at my previous job, my 9 to 5, I really been doing this platform, so I've been on it and stuff. But
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
yeah, so how are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. How about you?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm doing a million things at once right now, but I
That
really was looking forward to this,
yeah.
so we
Same.
had to make it possible.
Same. Same.
Yeah, so welcome to the show. I don't know if I like told you like the premise of the show, but we talk about a little bit everything, as far as like real life and
Yeah.
stuff. And just wanted to make sure you had your chance to shine and stuff like that and get an opportunity to tell your story. So
Boy, do I have a story.
hmm yeah, I want to hear it. Well, we want to hear it. So how about you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Um, I don't know, like the basics. I'm 40. Um, I am a parent to two of my nieces.
Hmm
Uh, I adopted both of them.
Oh,
Uh, a regular, hella regular. I work a 9 to 5. If I could win a Mega Million tomorrow, I would disappear. This regular old person. That's it.
just a million?
Well, the Mega Million, it
Oh, okay. That's what I
but
say. Like,
I would take it right now. That's a good start. I think that's a good start. So, I'll take a million.
okay, okay.
Take a
Me
million.
too. Me
You,
too. Yeah, because I would make that 1 million turn into 10.
absolutely.
And of course.
Just
Yeah.
some other stuff. So,
Okay, okay. So, what's the biggest misconception that people get of you?
oh, the biggest misconception probably that I'm like bougie, I'm stuck up, all of that. And I figured out what it is maybe just like 2 years ago. Very recent. I think I don't say a lot. Um, I can be a little bit straightforward. I don't use a lot of fluff. And I am a kind person, but I can come off as not very nice. So I think it's a huge misconception that I'm just like a bitch and I think you just have to know me. It's one of those things. I used to care about clearing it up, but it is what it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everybody
Because,
have an opinion no matter what. So, I allow what comes to come these days, and whatever people think is what they think.
Yeah,
What
yeah, because we at that age.
conception? What did you think of me without knowing me?
Hmm, I don't, I don't know. It was funny because like when I first had approached you with this idea to come on the show,
Yeah.
I know you was kind of like, what? Like, why me and this and that? Like, what would be? And no, but I just look at everyone as a vessel, and everyone has a story
Yeah.
behind them, man. And
Mm.
just think that you would like to be on a podcast and stuff like that, because I just take everyday people and put them on my platform because I
Mhm.
want my show to be real. I want my show to be very authentic, and I don't play favorites or just has this thing where, oh, you gotta be a star or you gotta be out here making a name for yourself, because we are special in our own particular way.
I agree.
So
Hmm.
so I just wanted to, just ask you and stuff. And I'm glad that you said yes and didn't think I was weird or creepy or anything
No,
with it.
no, no. And congratulations to you. Anybody who is doing something who is from where I'm from, I'm definitely proud of. So congratulations to you and your platform.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, and it's cool because like I have done so many great things just with um, being and staying here, that I was able to just move around and just branch off into different markets and different regions. And
That's
and
good.
I just always just try to encourage people who has a dream and wants to do better,
Mhm.
because and nobody coming to save you, be honest with you, and
Don't I?
you have to and then you have to want it as bad as your spectators, because
Hmm.
no matter how many people hype you up, it's all up to you on how you feel and what you believe. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. With that, good. Yeah, all you gotta do is keep working. Especially if you want something, you gotta go get it. I always tell my oldest niece that. So you'll get it.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And you are too. And yeah, so how about you take us to like the beginning, like
Hmm.
upbringing wise, if you don't mind.
Ooh. Um, I grew up in a two-parent home, three siblings. I had an older brother, younger sister. I'm a middle. Um, regular stuff. My mother was a phlebotomist. My dad worked at a plant, regular Michigan stuff. Um,
Hmm.
my household was tumultuous. So
Ooh,
that's just,
tumultuous.
yeah. They, I grew up in a very loud, um, violent household. And so I try to keep my life now as even as possible. So
Ooh, yeah.
that's the beginning. I went to BV, graduated from BV, class of 2000. It was like 10 of us. No, like legit, it was I think it was like 17 graduates that year. Yeah, just like a very, very few. I went to Eastern. I went to college. I moved to Atlanta in '07. I'll breeze through this. I got married. I'm divorced. I've not had any biological children, but when my sister passed, she passed 3 months after having the baby. So I got a 3-month-old baby. Then I got a teenager. She was 14 at the time. She's 17 now. I've just been busy, busy ever since. So all of my immediate family has passed away. It's just me, my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister. I'm just here by myself. I'm just out here figuring life out. So other than, I mean, it's work. I'm working it out. I'm figuring things out though. So
Wow. I mean, we have a lot in common, because
mm,
cause by you look, you know how you look, I would have never expected it,
Hmm.
cause cause you wear that so well, you know, so compared to other people who look like what they've been
Yeah.
through and stuff like that. But you know, you just look like a survivor.
Oh, thank you. I'm
You
trying.
know,
Trying.
yeah, and that's what it's about. Cause I tell everyone like, there's no manual on this type of stuff. There's no rule book. There's no support like that. And a lot of days you by yourself when you're dealing with that, cause a memory could pop in your head, a song, a taste of food, or
Anything.
anything.
I don't think a lot of people understand that grief is it's not linear. It's not like this. It's like this. It's just it's everywhere. You know what I mean? So, like you just said, I could be having an amazing day, week, maybe even a month, and then there's that one little thing that causes like a miniature breakdown, and you deal with it. You sit down, you do whatever you need to do, and you get up and you keep going.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. And I wanted to ask you just what are your coping mechanisms, healthy coping
Okay,
mechanisms?
I'm glad you said healthy. No, just if we just being completely honest, I had adapted some unhealthy coping mechanisms early on. Um, but healthy coping mechanisms, working out, walking, yoga, um, praying like incessantly, all the time, the moment my eyes open, and then all throughout the day, and therapy for sure. Um, so that those things help. Do you have anything that helps you out? You do anything?
um, well, unlike you, had developed some unhealthy coping mechanisms, but I just wanted to be very honest because I'm not no goody two shoes or anything
Same.
like that. I'm a real person.
Same.
So I just want everyone to understand just looking at the scope who hasn't experienced, because I know a lot of my viewers, you know, they can only imagine, but you have to be there in order to understand,
Yeah.
it's because it hurts also when you lose a relative, but when you lose like a parent and a sibling and a child, it's a difference.
It's a different
Yeah,
thing. It's a different.
yes,
Yeah.
and I still deal with it because next month would be 8 years since I lost my
Oh,
brother,
wow. Okay.
and I just was going through it today and stuff. And I try not to be so evil and be so like to
Mm-hmm.
myself because I try to be around
Mm-hmm.
people so it won't get me back to that mode because
Easier.
I used to, yeah, because I used to be very vulnerable
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. You know, when you have a good heart and stuff, and you think everybody else has a good heart, and that's the total misconception.
Familiar.
Mhm.
I'm familiar. I'm definitely familiar. Yeah.
And my question to you was, when you first dealt with that, like, who was like your healing circle? Like, who was there for you and stuff like that?
So many people. My village is amazing. Let me just say that first and
Hmm.
foremost. So, like all of my mom's sisters have a really good friend group. And what I would say to you is keep fine tuning it. Like I remember 2 years ago saying to myself, I finally got my friend group. I finally got my village the way it should be. Like everybody who is here is supposed to be here. And then some people had to go. And you know what I mean? It just you have to revise and do what you have to do for where you are in your life and based on how you feel. So don't, just make sure you don't get stuck in like one place. But mostly family and my close friends have been there, have helped, have. And even though they don't understand, they haven't been in a situation where they are the last person in their immediate family. They're compassionate, and I've run into some people who are not. You know what I mean? Because it's just like, okay, it happened, life happens. You got to do what you got to do. And although I know that, it's still nice to feel like somebody understands. And so the people that I have in my circle now get it, and they understand, and they know how to deal with me. And because it's a different thing. I'm a different person. Grief changes you. I'm not who I was. Sometimes I think about the person that I used to be. You're just not the same person, and that it just is what it is. It's something you just have to accept.
Yeah. So was it troubling for you when people was, asking you what happened to you and why can't you go back to how you was and stuff like that? Because it's very frustrating because you really don't know how to get back to that because those people that you lose
Mhm.
make up a part of
Who you
you.
are. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't. You don't go back. You
Mm-mm.
the best version of who you are in the moment. You are not, it ain't no, I'm just not Talia. I'm just not who she was in 2016, 17, 18. It just is what it is. I feel good about who I am at the moment, but you don't, it used to frustrate me when people had questions initially, but going through therapy, you understand that people can only meet you where they are and where they have been. Most people in my life have not been where I am, and they cannot meet me where I am, and that's okay. I learned how to deal and communicate with them, and they learn how to deal and communicate with me. And that's what's important, having people in your life who actually care enough about you to want to do that, to want to meet you where you are. Um, and then you have jerks, you just discard. You just, whatever you need to do to preserve your peace, you do that.
Absolutely. And again, just to hear that you adopted your nieces and stuff, that's the most noble thing I've ever heard because you don't hear that every day because a whole lot of times kids are left to fend for themselves depending on what kind of family you have because I know a whole lot of dysfunctional families wouldn't take on that burden.
I'm from one.
Yeah. Oh
I'm
yeah.
trying to create a functional family and to do something else. It's always jarring to me too when people say that, especially when I got the baby. I would hear a lot of people say, "You are." She's 3 now. She's not a baby anymore, but she
Mhm.
was 3 months at the time. You're single in the city. You're gonna get a baby by yourself. You're gonna be a single parent. I'm just like, it didn't feel. It wasn't even a decision. I saw a gap. I filled it, and that's what I'm accustomed to doing. And that's I'm doing what I feel like I should be doing. So it was never a decision, or it was never a. So it's always like when people be like, "You, I cannot believe that's so," and I'm like, in my mind, having a pure heart, this is not what everybody would have done, but I guess not. I don't think so.
Yeah, just sometimes you have to step up and do what's right.
Hmm.
And I hate that it has to be a negotiation with themselves internally. And how about you just help somebody when you have the resources to help somebody?
Absolutely. It's not always, everything in life does not have to be transactional. Um,
Mhm.
you just do. I just do. I know for myself. I know maybe a lot of people don't. I do. If I can do, I do. And I'm not expecting anything. Just it keeps my karma good. My life is good. I'm good. I'm happy because I do right. I do what's right.
Absolutely. Yeah, because a little bit about me. Um, well, I come from like a family background. My father was on
Hmm.
drugs and stuff like that. And after me, because I'm the third of my mother's and stuff, so he had a son after me. So his mother had died
Mhm.
um, when he was 4. So me and my little brother was separated for 13 years
Wow.
until like we met back in 2013 and everything. And I was so happy with my older sister. She had a daughter 2006, but I treated her as if she was like my little sister, like she was my daughter and stuff like that,
Mhm.
because her dad wasn't around majority of the pregnancy.
Yeah.
And I graduated high school and I was on my way to college and stuff, and I just couldn't leave my sister like that because she was a bandit.
Mm.
So I wanted to make sure that she had everything she needed, that she was cool because she had a high risk pregnancy. So, but it was just something about when she was first born, and I was just holding her in my arms and stuff like that,
Fine.
just spoiling the heck out of her because we did regret it later, but it was just one of those moments where I knew that I was gonna never abandon her. Like I couldn't do it, and I just don't like when many fathers leave their children, or it's just certain circumstances. But it's just like, despite what goes on or type of dysfunction, kids are innocent. Kids has nothing to do with how you feel about each other and stuff like that, because it's always about the kid, and everybody doesn't feel like that or mature enough to let bygones be bygones. And but it's just one of those moments because when I look at her now, like she's almost 17. So it
Yeah.
just it was one of those moments where I'm grateful of the sacrifices that I made, and
Could be.
that's like my little homie now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
These kids, it's been cool. It's been cool. I was, living alone and it was different
Hmm.
initially.
Oh, I
Like
bet.
it it it's very gratifying. It feels, seeing them grow and teaching them things, seeing them learn. It's pretty dope. The feeling you get raising kids. So it's good that you were there.
Yeah, it's just, uh, man. I ain't trying to make this all about me or nothing like that. Yeah, because I'm a talker, you know what I'm saying? So just tell me shut up whenever you want, but I just enjoy it because it's a blessing, just to watch evolution play in front of your
It
eyes. And
is. It is. And then a lot of times too, you never know, like telling your story can help somebody else. So
hmm and I learned just, kids don't care if you broke or you got
mm,
money, they just want you there and stuff like
your
that.
presence, yep, is what matters to kids. Yeah, that's how my 3-year-old is. We don't have to be doing anything. I bought a little slide for the backyard, and we can just go sit out there, and it really doesn't take anything. It's spending that time, giving them attention, putting down the phone. So they don't require a whole lot. I mean, until they get 17 and they want Jordans and bundles and all stuff that they don't need. But
Yeah, and I'm glad that we having this conversation tonight because I really been contemplating on starting a family, and yeah, because people be trying to make me feel old and stuff,
how old are
and
you?
I'm only 35. Yeah, ain't that crazy?
Take me back 5 years. What?
Yeah, they be trying to trick me, man. I'll be trying to tell people like 35 ain't
It's
old.
not old. I mean, now is it a good time to start a family? It is, but it definitely isn't old, like at all. So,
No,
mm,
because I feel like I'm the um like reincarnated, like because I wasted so much time being in that depressing state.
Mhm.
Like the best years when I was supposed to have my stuff together, but I was stuck,
That,
and I
that,
just and I just explained to people that you feel like you in a quicksand, like slowly but surely just melting away. You know what I'm saying? Until one day you have that urge to get out of it,
mhm.
and the world gonna keep spinning, life gonna pass you by, and you just wake up. And when you wake up, you gonna realize how much time has changed and who's
Mhm.
still around and who's gone and
Yeah,
this and that. So that's why it's just really important to know who you are, what you want to do, and where your power lie. Because
it is. It is. And just to make sure you live your life. It's not coming back. You're not getting it back. This is it. You got to figure this thing out and do it, make it enjoyable. Like, don't, I tell my the 17-year-old all the time, don't wake up every day like dreading your day. That is not life. Like,
no,
work, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. It's just not, that's not enjoyable. And there are people out here living and doing things and do the things, see some world, live life.
hmm yeah, it's really important because it's just kind of feel as if everyone just doesn't get it. Like, because we see so many that's among us that take things for granted. It's just the
Mm,
little things that you wish you could have back, and you have to adjust.
mm,
And I don't think it's no time period on adjustment.
mm,
It's just you wake up one morning and you realize, okay, I'm here, but I feel like I'm at my old house or my childhood home, but I'm here and
mm.
stuff like that. And you just get so many memories, but you just by yourself. And a lot of times I wish I could just go back to being that kid and stuff, but now
Yeah,
I realize like I can't. I can only just,
do what
you
you
know.
can do. Yeah, yeah. And try not to, it's definitely easier said than done because life can feel super serious and super heavy. But if you think about the fact that you just on this giant rock in a universe spinning around, we are like really insignificant in the entire scheme of things. So if you
hmm
try to think of it that way, like, what am I even bothered for right now? Like, I'm not gonna make it out of here. Like, we all gonna die. Um, things are going on around me. It just, you just have to do what you have to do for you. So, and then to make, for you, that's like an asterisk on that because you can't show up for other people, your niece or whomever, when you want to start your family, your lady, whoever it is. You can't show up for them if you don't feel like you're the best version of yourself.
Oh, of course. I would say until I reach the next photosynthesis of me, I feel like I'm at my best at the current moment, the
Good.
current state, and just making sure that I um, lead my path because I'm very influential and stuff like that. I realize my potential. I realize my
Mm-hmm.
purpose, and I have so many plans. I have so many things to do. That's why I just always encourage people to be around people that's on the same wavelength.
Mm-hmm. For
Cause,
sure.
cause I don't encourage people to be on the same level. Cause I can't be on your level, you can't be on my level, but we on the same wavelength as far as like we focus on
Right.
what we need to do. But I can't
Yeah. Yeah.
give that type of encouragement because everybody isn't strong to go in your involving door. So, but yeah, I wanted to ask you, so how long you been down there?
I moved to Atlanta in 2007.
hmm
And and I moved to Detroit for 1 year, 12 months. My sister was in renal failure, and I flew up, we went to Henry Ford and did some tests at the hospital in Detroit. I was a match for a kidney. We were
Hmm.
supposed to do the transplant, and they given her a list of things to do in order to get my kidney, and I was going to need to be in Michigan anyway to recover. So I moved up there, signed a 12-month lease, and after she wouldn't do what needed to be done to get my kidney, I was like, I am out of here. So when my 12-month lease was up, I came right back. That was 28. I moved up there in 2019. I was back here. Been back ever since.
Yeah, it's very prevalent that you are a very loyal person.
I try.
No, I'm just listening. It's just like, dang, like you is about to die. Like,
I,
wow.
I treat people the way I want people to treat me. I want somebody to be there for me like that. And I want somebody to be willing, if I get me, I want somebody to get tested, you know what I mean? To see if they, I don't want to be on the transplant list and wait for, somebody to pass so I just try to do unto others.
Man, I know that if I needed an ear, nobody would give me no damn ear. I know, but yeah, it's bad. It's really bad. I it's I feel like I have ops in my family, but
Well, we
I
all do, just to make you feel comfortable. You have to figure out who they are, and then you have to deal with them accordingly. After losing so many people, I saw who mine were. I saw who was supportive and who wasn't, who was there and who wasn't, who made um, these deaths, this trauma that I was experiencing about them.
Mhm.
So you just figure out who was there for you, who was with you, and who isn't, and then you move, you deal accordingly.
Yeah, yeah, I just refuse to deal with them at all because of time where you just have to just okay, I gave y'all so many chances and
Hmm.
now it's just like, okay, now you really insulting my intelligence. Cause
Yeah, people will do that. They will definitely.
yeah, cause it just you ever sit back and think about why our community so in shambles, and I realize because every black community that was built or established got
Hmm.
destroyed.
Hmm.
So we all is practically scattered all over the place, and even with I won't say integration because they say integration messed us up, but to me, I feel like yes, brought us more opportunities, gave us more, chances to become middle class or wealthy and this and that, but it was just more like you don't really see that type of unity anymore. You don't know or see anybody practicing or utilizing knowledge itself. And when I start speaking about coming together, because I am working with a whole lot of city officials and stuff and people about, doing marches and doing fundraisers and stuff like that. But it just, they would make it seem like, oh, I'm trying to be on some civil rights stuff or no, I just, if we
And
don't,
that's not a bad
no,
thing. Yeah.
no, because how else we gonna be encouraged if the kids haven't seen it?
Hmm.
Because the kids nowadays, all they know is the people who destroy it or are part of the problem, but it's not a lot of people that are part of the solution. But they get ignored, they get overlooked and stuff, and it's always improvement, room for improvement. And I just have this big plan, this big mission, send some kids off to college and stuff and try to do it every year. But I know that I have to, get on another plateau to do it because, what I'm saying, they not going to take me serious because of the fact that I think that it's more visual, you know what I'm saying? Because in order for me to listen or to be taken serious, I probably have to feed them. They probably have to see me in a nice car or nice house and this and that. Like, okay, well, he doing something. Of course, I'm gonna listen to him because he popping right now. But I don't want them to think I'm popping. But I do want to get them to get their
Mhm.
attention, and I feel like I am doing that just by making sure because I do the history segments as well. So I'm really devoted on educating our people, young, old, middle, and stuff like that. Everybody learns something from me and stuff. So I just want to be able to just not only be the student, but also be the master or the sensei as well. Because I feel like we all could learn from each other and we all can teach each other, reach one, teach one.
Agree. Yeah, I think that it's unfortunate, but I think that the brainwashing with our community is so deep, and most I don't like to use general terms, but
Hmm.
most Black people, a lot of Black people are more concerned with what other races think about us than each other. Like you said, there is no equality. There is no. I've seen with my own eyes. The whites will stand up for each other. One, they can be dead wrong, and they're other people of that same race will come in and they will take up for them, and they will ride, and they will, I don't know if they discipline them in private or check them about whatever was going on, but they stand with each other, and that's just something that we don't do, and it's really unfortunate. I'm working on a business venture right now, and I was speaking with a girl who's mentoring me. She's a successful business owner. And I went in with all this zeal, and I'm doing this for us. I just built a home in a neighborhood where it's probably 8 to 12% Black people up here. And I mean it's really, we're really the minority. And I'm trying to bring something Black up here. And I was telling her, and I was all excited, and she was like, I hate to burst your bubble, but I did the same thing coming into this industry, and I was like, I'm doing it for us. And she was like, the Black people tore me down so bad. They critiqued me. They left bad reviews for my business. All of this. The people who support me don't even look like me, and so I think it's sad. I think that we won't see. Um, we won't see a change or a union in our lifetime. Unfortunately, it would be nice if we did, but um, I don't know. I don't know what's up with our community. It's sad.
Yeah, and I think it's because they want to see you doing good, but never better than them.
Better than they doing. That's for
Mhm. Yeah, and it's just one hell of a reality check because I really can relate to Black people attacking me and
mm,
stuff because I just thought that when it came down to speaking truth to power, the only people that you have to worry about was the separatists and the supremacists and stuff. But no, it's your own people too. And
sitting right next to you, who you thought was your friend, you thought was your family, and you just found out when you hit a different level that they were just like,
yeah, and it just somebody has to be the one, the risk taker, because
mm-hmm.
I can see that you're a risk taker. You
I
know,
guess.
and I admire risk takers because somebody has to be the first one to try. Because my life already is proving that it isn't worth anything in this country.
Oh, in this country. I'm like, why are you saying that? Okay.
No, I know. I mean, and man. to a lot of people. I mean a lot to a lot of people, but um, somebody else think that my life don't mean anything, and it's just the numbers is just ridiculous. It's just how many people that like we have seen on our phones, on TV, being assassinated,
Yeah.
and then the first thing they want to do is put up their picture where like they look like the most criminating as possible.
It's
But what that
yeah.
matter? Like they was shot down or they was gunned down without a gun and stuff like that. Like would that even matter? But it's just I see that and I want to be remembered just for trying to make a
Hmm.
difference and stuff like that. So I
Yeah.
be very, very careful about like who I'm associated with, what pictures
Hmm.
that I take, and everything
Yeah.
now. So I just make sure that you ain't gonna get me. You ain't gonna I'll have me out here looking all crazy or slipping, so you can demonize
Yeah.
me. But I just know that we have to really start encouraging one another because
Absolutely. Absolutely.
especially when you go into business for yourself and it's very overwhelming. It's very hard because only you see what you see until everybody else sees the progression
Hmm.
and stuff. That's when they will get the roots and cheers, but you also get the hate too. But what I mean by that is like we have to, make sure that we just uplift one another. Because I
Hmm.
always help people out with their podcast. So many people hit me up asking me how to do a podcast or where do I start and how do I do this and what do I need and I tell them because
Hmm.
I don't want them to have to figure it out because I had to figure it out, but I was grateful because I had to rise up to the occasion and
Hmm.
I'm just was fortunate that I was even asked, when I was a rookie. It was upon a time ago,
Yeah.
but it's just all about passing the torch
I
I
agree
just
with.
because I just look at like we have to make sure that we don't forget where we came from.
Hmm.
But everybody don't think like that, but
They don't.
it's all good.
They don't. Everybody doesn't think like that.
Hmm.
Yeah. And like you said, I mean, it's all good. You get with who you get with. You help who you can help. And, you just do what you can, like you said. And if you want to be remembered for trying, you know, you'll do that. But I don't know. It's rough. I've been guilty of like overextending myself because some people just it's hard when you're a giver. You really have to watch out for takers. They don't stop. So you really have to make sure you give into and pouring into the right people, or you will just, end up empty.
Oh, for sure, because I refuse to be empty and
Yeah.
stuff. You know, I don't want to be full, but I want to be halfway because I don't ever want to feel like this is over or this is it for me. I always want to just go and venture off and do something else because I have this huge plan because one day I want to make sure that I make this show a production company where I
Mm.
can make movies and make my own TV shows and direct and write, produce, and
You ever?
also, huh?
I said, okay, Tyler Perry, his studio, you
Yeah,
serious
yeah, mm-hmm, yeah,
because there are a lot of opportunities like outside of home.
mm-hmm,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. Um, this is just, what I'm saying. I would say this is just Plan C, but when I get to Plan X, it's over. And that's what I tell everyone. When I get to Plan X, that's when you need to be worried because I just want to be able to just grab people and
Mhm.
just make sure that they are a part of something. And that's why like when I tell people when they start a business, it's not best to always put your face as your logo. It's not best to put your name as part of your business because
Nope.
you want everybody to be around, want everybody to be included and stuff like that. Because you think they're gonna wear like a T-shirt with your face and name on it, man? They definitely ain't gonna wear it.
Nah.
So
It's
yeah.
be like behind the scenes when you're doing certain things,
Hmm.
especially as a Black person, because it, like I said, that your biggest supporters will be people who don't even know you. So it's sad, sad truth.
Yeah. So my last two questions for you. So who influenced you?
uh, Now I don't know that I have an influence. My influence, like my entire life, was like my grandmother, and I lost her also. She was just like the best thing since sliced bread. That's what the old people like. Smart. She was driven. She worked. She was a great mom, wife, like everything. She taught me about. I moved in with my grandmother in the 10th grade. My
Hmm.
grandfather had passed, and she was afraid to live alone. So I went and I lived with her, and she taught me about finances, a checking account, my credit. Um, she was like a superhero to me. Now I just try to do what I can do to keep her memory alive and be as close to her and my mother. She was also a great person. As close to those two people as possible. But right now, I don't have anybody who I'm looking at like, oh, I want to do that. So
Yeah, and grandmothers are the best because
be best.
and yeah, yeah, because I don't have my grandmothers,
Okay.
and I just miss them. You know, there's nothing like going over, and even as a kid, like it was times that you got money, you didn't even have to ask for it and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. Grandmas would look. Oh, they feed you. They hug. They. It's something about that. I do aspire to be this old Black lady who just loves on everybody. Just, babe, come on, just come to my house. You can get a meal, whatever you need. When you need to take a shower, you need a nap. That's what I would like to be remembered for. Just being kind and accepting.
Yeah, and and it's just well, like you just really know just how bad things get when they're no longer here, because it's like everybody has their tribe, everybody has theirs, or pick a
Yeah.
side when they're no longer here, and it's so crazy, man. And
Yeah, no more family gatherings. Like her house was the Thanksgivings, the Christmas, and then when she left, everybody's now at their own homes. There's no cohesiveness. It doesn't even feel like a family structure. Like my nieces don't know half their cousins their age, and that is wild to me because we weren't like that. Like I have first cousins who were like siblings, but it's these kids don't have that these days, and I hate that for them.
yeah, me too. But it's up to us to, you know, whatever, um, just try to like meet up,
Hmm.
cause I challenge my cousins all the time. Like, look, let's all get together. We don't have to get together every month, but I say every, what I'm saying, every 2 months,
Some,
try to
yeah,
work that out and stuff. Cause I don't know your kids don't know me,
yeah.
and I'm the coolest. Like, I don't know why you don't want to meet me.
What
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm dope, but I feel like that. Yeah, so what do you want to accomplish besides as far as like your business? Like, it's
Mm.
something like you want to accomplish internally and morally, or what?
Not so much, not anymore. I just want to be happy.
Hmm.
That is my accomplishment in life. I've been in corporate for 16 years and I'm tired. I used to be like super driven, climbing, which I've done. I don't want to climb a ladder anymore, a corporate ladder. I don't want to, um, how I'm viewed. None of that stuff matters. I want to be happy within myself. I want to be peaceful. And I want to create a home that these kids want to come back to when they have an option not to. Because for myself, when I left home, I left home. Okay. I didn't care to visit. I didn't care to want to go back. You know what I mean? I wanted to go back here and there to see my mom, of course, but we spoke on the phone every day. I just did not want to be there. It was not a savory environment for me. And I just want to make sure I'm creating an environment that enriches them, that supports them, where they feel understood. I think the kids are our future and I want to equip them. I want to make sure they go out into the world and do the best that they can. And they have information that I didn't get until 30, that they have it now much sooner. So that's about it. It doesn't have to be anything special. I want to be happy. I want happy kids, a happy life. That's it.
That's good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. What about you?
Me? Oh man. Um.
you you want a lot.
Oh yeah. I
What's
because
your thing?
well,
Yeah.
I just want to be able to um just
Mm,
travel, see the world, and be on major media outlets for the right reasons, and just be able to you know what I'm saying, go to like different penitentiaries and youth
mm,
centers, and
mm,
just speak
mhm.
and just make
That's so.
sure. Yeah, it just makes sure that the people that have been kicked down, and that they can get back up,
Mhm.
just by learning through my story, and when it's in my triumphal returns and stuff, that it's not too late, or it's never over. And write some children books, and
Mm.
because I'm working on my first book right now. I wrote it like 8 times because I wanted to be able to make it a survival guide and not a victimhood
Mm.
theme.
Yeah.
So, but I have so many things to do, but I'm just working at it one day at a
That's
time.
all you.
Um,
That's all you can do. As long as you trying. Hey,
hmm
as
yeah,
long as you.
yeah. Um, I wanted to ask you, um, did you remember that fish market on Jane Street that was across the street from the clinic? If
Mm-mm.
you ever went,
I don't think so.
yeah, that was my grandfather's establishment.
Love it.
Yeah, he um, he been gone for 21
Oh,
years, but um, he taught me so much because I used to work there every
okay.
Saturday, and
What was it?
I was like,
Sorry to cut you off. What was it called?
oh, Brown's Fish Market.
Okay. Mm-mm.
Yeah, so he would just always tell me because I was just sweeping the floor and stuff like that, taking the trash out, and he would give me $50 a day and stuff.
Okay.
So, so he would just always tell me
Mhm.
like, I don't know what everybody talking about. He's smart, he good, and it's so that he's gonna always be good. And I was like, what is everybody talking about, Julio? I was
What are you about?
just, but he just always knew that I was gonna be somebody, even though he wasn't around physically. But I have my moments where people that knew him and they meet me, and they always ask me like, so who are your people? Because you favor somebody and stuff that I know or stuff. And I tell them who my peoples is. And they're like, oh my God, you look just like him and
Oh, wow.
stuff. And
Yeah.
he was
Yeah.
always like a talker and stuff. So I inherited that without knowing.
Yeah.
So,
That kind of stuff gets passed down. You, who did you graduate from?
oh, I graduated from the
Okay.
high,
Okay.
'06. Hmm. Yeah, so I was like the total opposite of what I am now because I was quiet, I was shy, and it just really be just surprising to people that, oh my God, you talk and this and that. I'm like, yeah, I talk, but
The right people, maybe. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, I just always just wanted to ask you, like, would you willing to come back and do this again?
Yeah. Why not? Let's do it. Do
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I just wanted you to get a feel for it, and because I know that when I ask people to come up on here, they'll be very skeptical about it because they feel like, oh, you're gonna expose me and this and that. Like, no, like it's not even like that because I always try to run
What
a respectable platform.
what do these people have hiding that they are afraid to be exposed?
Exactly. Like I'm not Vlad TV. Like I'm
Yeah.
cool. I'm me. But
Yeah. Yeah.
but but it's just nice to talk to my people and stuff like that. Even though
Hey,
I talk to other people, I love talking to my
yeah,
people.
for sure. For sure. Well,
Yeah.
thanks for having me. Yeah, I'm definitely down.
Hmm.
If you ever want to have a chat, maybe we can not talk about, talk about something fun next time.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I was just wanted to talk about, whatever you felt like talking about. That's why I was asking you.
Oh, cool. Cool. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you for listening to my story. I hope somebody was either entertained or got some information they could use.
Oh, they will, because it's going everywhere.
Now I'm nervous.
Oh, don't be
Okay.
like that. You did fine. You-
Okay.
But yeah, I really enjoyed you, and
Thank
you have
you.
yourself a wonderful
You,
night.
you too. Thank you so much for having me. I like
Okay.
all your future endeavors. Thank
Likewise. Thank
you.
you.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.